Hi, welcome to another junior number video. We're going to chat about powers in this video. Now, powers are basically repeated multiplication. For example, 5 to the power of 3 is equivalent to 5 times 5 times 5. So let's show you what powers are about with this example. Example 1, 4 to the power of 2. Now we can say 4 to the power of 2, or we could say 4 squared. Squared is a special name for a power of 2. So when we have a power of 2, we can say squared. Now 4 is called the base, and the 2, the number that is written a little bit higher to the right, is called the power. Now another word for power is exponent or index. If you've come across BMaths before, you probably know that B means brackets, E means exponents, and exponents is another word for power. So when we say 4 to the power of 2 or 4 squared, what does it mean? Well, it actually means 4 times 4. 4 squared means 4 times 4. The 2 tells us to take the base of 4 and times by itself twice. Now 4 times 4 is 16. So 4 squared is 16. Right, 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3. So we say 2 to the power of 3, or there is a special name for a power of 3, which is cubed. So 2 cubed. So the word cubed is a special name for a power of 3. Now what does 2 cubed mean, or 2 to the power of 3? Well, see, the power of 3, it means to take the base of 2 and times by itself 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2. Now 2 times 2 times 2 makes 8. So 2 cubed is equal to 8. Right, well, what about 5 to the power of 4? There is no special name for powers greater than 3. So a special name for a power of 2 is squared. A special name for a power of 3 is cubed. Once we get up to powers of 4, we don't have any special names that you need to remember. So 5 to the power of 4 means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. We take the power of 4 and we multiply the base by itself that many times. So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 makes 625. Now, if you are allowed to use calculators in your program, then you need to identify on your calculator where the power button is. On the graphics calculator, it looks like this button here. And you're going to type in 5, push your power button, and then push in 4. And when you push equals, you get 625. Or you could just go 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. If you have a Casio scientific one, this is what your power button will look like. And again, you need to type in 5, push your power button, and then type in 4 to get 625. All right, what about this example? -2 to the power of 3. Now, I've stuck -2 inside brackets. It's best to do that so it lets people know that we are taking -2 and raising the whole lot to the power of 3. So my advice as you carry on with your mathematics, try and put negative numbers inside brackets when you raise them to powers. Now that means -2 times -2 times -2. See, that power of 3 means multiply the base by itself 3 times. So -2 times -2 times -2. Well, here's what's going to happen. These two negatives are going to times to get a positive, and then that positive number will multiply by the last negative, and a positive and a negative makes a negative again. So the answer is going to be negative. And 2 times 2 times 2 makes 8. So the answer is -8. Now again, if you're lucky enough to use calculators, you just need to go bracket -2, close bracket, and then push your power button to the power of 3, and your calculator will give you -8. Right, final example. 1.9 to the power of 3, that's easy. If you have a calculator, just go 1.9 times 1.9 times 1.9 or 1.9 to the power of 3, and you should get the answer of 6.859. Brilliant. Well, there's our powers video. Thank you very much for watching.